Morning. Today is September the 13th of 2022, and this is our regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the Alabama Public Service Commission. For the record, the public was notified of today's meeting by notice dated July the 27th of 2022. Thank you all so much for being with us today. Just make sure you take a moment to turn your phones off or to vibrate, and I'll do my best to remind you to turn your personal device back on at the end of the meeting so as not to miss a call. Let me introduce my colleagues. To my right is Commissioner Jeremy H. Oden in place 1. To my left is Commissioner Chris Chip Beaker Jr. Garner, our Executive Director here at the Commission and also our Chief Administrative Law Judge. And below is our Secretary, Mr. Walter Thomas. And as is customary, I think most of you know, one commissioner, we take turns, gets to bring in a friend to offer the prayer and the pledge. And today it is my colleague, Jeremy Oden's opportunity to introduce his friend. Thank you, Commissioner Oden.
President, appreciate it. This is an honor for me to introduce Greg Fanning to you. Greg is a great friend. He comes from Jasper, Alabama. He works a lot all over the state in many different, he wears a lot of different hats. But he's a military veteran. 25 years, 6 months, and 29 days, I think is what he told me he served. So you military guys know all of that little place with afterwards. I'm retired from the Alabama Air and Army National Guard. He's a graduate of Samford University, and he also was just appointed to the Alabama Surface Mining Commission. So, Commissioner, welcome here. And he attends the Church of the Highlands in Jasper, and he has two beautiful daughters, Erin and Meg. And today is Meg's birthday, so he came down in that case, but I'm sure he wished her a happy birthday before she went off to school. Commissioner, it is glad to have you with us, and thank you for coming.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and the blessings that you have in store for us. Thank you for this commission and its work. Continue to bless us and our fine state. Amen. Please salute with
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now I believe my colleagues would both like a personal point of privilege, so I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Oden.
Thank you, Madam President. Again, I won't take long, but I just wanted to take a second and say thank you to my fellow commissioners because in Alabama we have a wonderful system. And I wanted to thank them because we didn't have the instances of the last couple of weeks that some out in the other states had. Our energy in Alabama is a reliable energy source. And we have worked hard for that. And I appreciate their work and their opportunities to work with each other and keeping this a reliable state on energy. We didn't have any blackouts. We don't even know what that word flex energy or flex whatever is in Alabama. And so I just wanted to take and point that out, how reliable we are. And You know, the one things that is, as commissioners, we have to look at that, the affordability and reliability. And to maintain our backbone systems in this state, such as coal and nuclear and natural gas, I'm thankful that we have those and that we can use those in this state. So I just wanted to take a second and thank my fellow commissioners for their hard work in keeping that in a forefront of who we are here at the Public Service Commission. So thank you, Madam President. Chip.
Commissioner Baker?
Yes, ma'am. I am very pleased to announce that Caitlin Rayburn has joined my staff. She is currently in law school and holds a degree in criminal justice with a minor in political science from Troy University. Caitlin spent her summer as an intern here at the PSC, and we are excited she has chosen to start her career path here as well. She has a bright future ahead. Thank you.
We're all excited, Caitlin, that you've joined the team. So congratulations and thank you. I will say, to add a little bit to Commissioner Oden's conversation this morning, that it amazed me that several times I saw breaking news. California will not have a blackout today. I thought to myself, can you imagine if that were breaking news in Alabama? It's unbelievable what they're going through. It's unbelievable that they did not see it coming down the pike and they didn't prepare and plan for it. So for those of you in here today with Alabama Power, thank you for what you do. We appreciate it. And now to move on, do I have an approval and adoption? Do I have a motion for the minutes on August the 2nd of 2022?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Secretary?
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
With there being no more old business to bring before the commission, let's move on to our new business. And now we will look at our Public Service Commission reports. Our first report will be the Utility Services Division, given by Mr. Jeff Johnston, our Division Director.
Good morning, Commissioners. Today I'll be presenting the Utility Services Division report dated September 6, 2022. I'll begin with the Consumer Services report for electric and gas utilities. Alabama Power was 19, Spire Alabama at 4, and Spire Gulf at 2. All of these numbers are in line with historical and previous months, so there was nothing really out of the ordinary there. Basic service only, there were a total of 6. And for other retail services, there were a total of 15. Only 5 of those were under the jurisdiction of the PSC. Referred inquiries for the month were 36, and that's up pretty significantly from historical. Last month was at 20, which was up from the previous month at 12. So staff is going to be paying some more attention and doing some tracking of those. The majority were with AT&T and CenturyLink, and the majority of those were service-related issues, not billing issues. So we'll be keeping an eye on that moving forward and making sure we don't see any trends there. The total for the month for telecom was 57. Moving to the natural gas agenda, under docket 18046 and 18328 for Spire Alabama, Inc. This is the division report on rate RSE. Based on preliminary figures at the point of test July 31st, 2022, the projected RSE return on average common equity for the rate year ending September 30, 2022 was 9.6%. This is below the range, and there will be no adjustments to the rates. Under docket 28101, Spire Gulf, Inc., the division report on rate RSE, based on preliminary figures as of July 31st, 2022, the projected RSE return on average common equity for the rate year ending September 30, 2022 was 8.62%. And this is not a point of test for Spire Gulf, but that is also below the range. under docket U4002, Bay Gas Storage. It's an application for the approval of second and third amendments to the amended and restated firm intrastate transportation service agreement. The purpose of the proposed amendments is to provide for an extension of the Bay Gas system by building and recommissioning a lateral to Alabama Power Company's gas-fired cogen plant in Washington County, Alabama. The second amendment was executed during the change of ownership for Bay Gas, but was not submitted at that time. The third amendment provides for the construction of facilities to transport higher pressure gas with a preliminary in-service date of March 1st, 2023. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Next, under docket 32978, NextEra Energy Pipeline Holdings Lohman, Inc. It's an application for the approval of name change. They're asking to change the name to NextEra Energy Pipeline Lohman, LLC. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Under docket 18046 and 18328, it's the petition of Spire, Alabama to suspend the operation of the Accelerated Infrastructure Program for rate years 2022 and 2023. In October of 2018, the Commission established the AIM program to accelerate the replacement of aging gas systems. As part of that program, Spire will be able to earn additional basis points on their return if they met the target, and they would lose basis points if they did not meet the target. Each year since the program has been in place, Spire has met that target and earned the additional basis points on their return. During our recent RSE renewal process, there was a discussion about suspending the program for 2 years due to the current economic conditions, not wanting to put the extra burden on ratepayers for the additional return that the company can earn or penalizing the company. During these discussions, both staff of the Utility Services Division, members of Spire, Alabama, and the AG's office supported the proposed suspension. The key thing about this is it does not eliminate the burden that Spire, Alabama has to replace the aging pipe, nor does it in any way change how we view their responsibility to change that. It just eliminates the financial burden that could be placed on ratepayers in Alabama. So therefore, we recommend the suspension be approved.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Under docket U5430, this is the application of Spire, Alabama, Inc. for approval to issue and sell $175 million of principal amount of debt. It is routine for Spire, Alabama to come in every few years to get approval to issue additional debt as the company grows in equity and they fund their operations and capital projects. There's the need to also increase their debt. What this application does is ask to issue $175 million in debt, which will be used to partly offset some short-term debt, but also be used for general corporate purposes. Staff has reviewed the filing and deems that it is appropriate. Therefore, we recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Under docket U3609, Spire Gulf, Inc., it's an application for approval of amended and restated intercompany revolving credit agreements with Spire, Inc. Currently, Spire Gulf has the ability to borrow money from Spire Corporate or to lend money to Spire Corporate. Similar to Spire, Alabama, who came before the Commission a couple of months ago to increase this amount of borrowing, Spire Gulf is asking to increase the amount they can borrow from $50 million to $75 million. The primary driver for this is the burden that's been placed on Spire Gulf with raising gas rates to offset what they're under recovering at this point. When gas rates come down or they raise their PGA, then that should offset that, but this is necessary for them to basically be able to continue their daily operations. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden, Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And our last item on the gas agenda under docket U 5429, it's the application of Spire Gulf, Inc. for approval to issue and sell $30 million in principal amount of debt. This is similar to the request by Spire, Alabama. It's something that the companies will routinely do, and again, will be used to somewhat offset some short-term debt and to be used for general corporate purposes. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden,
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Moving to the water agenda, under docket 32193, Escambia Community Utilities LLC. Escambia Community Utilities has submitted a request to increase their water service rates for residential and commercial customers. Staff has reviewed the filing and recommends that the filing be suspended for 180 days to and through March 30, 2023, to give sufficient time to review their filing and make a determination. We recommend approval of the suspension.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden, Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Under docket 32873, Asbury Water System, Inc., they have requested for an increase for all customers of the Asbury Water System in their rates also. Again, staff has reviewed the filing and recommends that the filing be suspended for 180 days to and through March 30th, 2023 to provide time for an adequate review. We recommend approval of the suspension.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden,
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
On the telecommunication agenda, we have 4 amended interconnection agreements, and I'll take those together under one recommendation. Under docket U 4277, Bell South Telecommunications LLC, doing business as AT&T Alabama or AT&T Southeast, hereafter referred to as Bell South, and Telepac Networks. Under docket U 4406, Bell South and Harbor Communications LLC. Under docket U 5071, Bell South and Dovatel Communications LLC, doing business as Sync Global. And last, docket U 5191, Bell South and Georgia Public Web, Inc. We recommend approval of all 4.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden,
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And lastly, under docket 25980, all eligible telecommunications carriers. All eligible telecommunication carriers that use the universal service funding must seek eligibility for their expenditures for the 2023 Universal Service Fund, Connect America Fund, and all high-cost support. We recommend approval of the companies that are on that list.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh,
Yes.
Commissioner Oden,
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
The remaining items are for information purposes only, requiring no commission action. And if there's no questions, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Next, we have our Gas Pipeline Safety Division. Today, Judge Garner will give that report since Mr. Wallace Jones, our Division Director, is not here today.
Thank you, Madam President. You have before you the report for the Gas Pipeline Safety Division, which reflects the activities of the division for the month of July 2022. During the month of July, the GPS staff performed a total of 44 inspections of the various types that are reflected in the report. From those 44 inspections, 6 enforcement letters of notification were issued, noting 7 non-compliance issues. 9 non-compliance items were corrected during the month of July. There were 2 state reportable incidents that occurred during the month of July. One was on July the 11th in the Spire, Alabama, Montgomery territory. That involved where a contractor struck an 8-inch high-pressure main at Chantilly Parkway and Vaughn Road. No locate had been called in for that work. And then on July 15th in Spire, Alabama's Birmingham territory, a contractor dug into a 2-inch steel main. 6 customers were impacted and were out without service. There was no valid locate request on that matter and no marks on the ground. Moving on to the training that was conducted during July. During the month, there were 2 operator contractor training sessions on polyethylene plastic fusion conducted. One was on July the 7th at South Alabama Utilities, where 20 personnel were qualified. The other was on July the 12th in Coleman Jefferson Gas District, where 19 personnel were qualified. As far as miscellaneous matters during the month, Mr. Jonathan Kimbrell, our gas pipeline safety inspection supervisor, participated in successor training with Mr. Wallace Jones from July 5th through July 8th. Mr. Kimbrell has an interest in applying for Mr. Jones' position following his upcoming retirement. Mr. Jones attended his final meeting as a board member of the Alabama Liquefied Petroleum Gas Board on July 14th, 2022. And lastly, a number of our staff attended the Louisiana Pipeline Safety Conference in New Orleans on July 18th through 22nd to the 22nd of 2022. The conference included both natural gas and hazardous liquid regulation updates. Our staff is a co-sponsor of this event each year and assists Louisiana staff in various aspects of the conference. And then they reciprocate with us when we hold our conference here in December each year. Unless you have questions, that concludes the report for gas pipeline safety.
Thank you. Next, we have our Utility Enforcement Division. Today, it will be represented by Chris Hester, who is our Railroad Safety Administrator, because Mr. Scott Morris, Judge Scott Morris, I should say, the Division Director, is chairing a federal UCR committee today. So, thank you, Mr. Hester.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. You have before you the Utility Enforcement Division's report describing the major tasks, inspections, and activities performed during the month of July. The Railway Safety Track Inspectors visited 6 carriers and identified 33 defects. Track inspectors also observed 7 roadway work groups and found all work being done in compliance. The Motive Power and Equipment Inspector visited 5 carriers, identified 106 defects, 6 of which were recommended for violation. On page 2, you will find the National Response Center reported 2 incidents that occurred in Alabama during July. RWS staff also participated in the training of a newly hired federal track inspector that will be headquartered in Birmingham. And moving on to the Motor Carrier Services section, 14 vehicle registration numbers were issued and 6 new intrastate authorities were approved. As of July 31st, 80% of Alabama carriers were registered for the 2022 UCR. Turning to the last page, the Motor Carrier Services staff attended the UCR Board Financial Subcommittee held in July. Staff also received 22 quarterly reports from 4 nonprofit carriers for the second quarter of 2022. Field Services staff inspected 2 wastewater treatment facilities, community utilities of Chase Springs and Ridge Wastewater managed by BioFlow. Both inspections were completed with no discrepancies found, and Field Services staff also inspected the Hiwanee Water Associates facility with no discrepancies. Without any questions, this concludes my report.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next, we have our Electricity Division represented by Mr. John Free, our Division Director, and Ms. Patricia Smith, our Public Utility Analyst Manager.
Good morning, Commissioners. You have before you the division's Agenda dated September 6, 2022. Ms. Patricia Smith will present the division's monthly update on rates RSC and ECR for Alabama Power Company.
Good morning, Commissioners. The first item on our agenda is the division's monthly report on rates RSE and ECR and dockets 18117, 18416, and 18148. Regarding rate RSE, the staff performed its monthly examination of the books and records of Alabama Power Company and determined the reprojected weighted return on average retail common equity was 6.83% for the 12 months ending December 31, 2022. This return is based on 7 months of actual data for January through July 2022 and 5 months of budget data for August through December 2022. As for rate ECR, the staff performed the regular monthly review of Alabama Power's energy costs for the month of July 2022 and determined an under-recovery of approximately $111 million. Commissioner, this is our report on rates, RSC and ECR.
Commissioners, the next item is under docket U 4553. Alabama Power Company is requesting to freeze rates LPLE, LPME, and LPSE effective with the entry of an order by the Commission. The company is making this request because the pricing signals of the all-electric rates no longer align with the prevailing seasonal nature of Alabama Power's operations. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And the next item is under docket U 5397 concerning Alabama Power's financing authorization. On August 29, 2022, the company filed with the Commission an amendment of the order issued in this docket on September 14, 2021. They were requesting additional authority up to $4 billion, excuse me. And the current authority is $2.5 billion through 2023. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden. Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And that's all we have this morning.
Thank you. And lastly, we have our legal division represented by our administrative law judges, Sue Ellen Young and Judge Luke Bentley, and then later by our attorney, Chad Mason, and then by Judge John Garner. Full docket.
Good morning.
Morning.
My first item is docket C-20305. It's a petition of And We Ride LLC of Irvington, Alabama, for reinstatement of Motor Carrier Certificate 4094, which was revoked due to their failure to maintain proper proof of liability insurance coverage. I recommend that you grant the petition for reinstatement.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden. Commissioner Beaker.
Second item is docket 33274. This is for recommending a show cause proceeding for motor carriers who failed to file their annual reports for the year 2021 operations. The Alabama Public Service Commission versus all motor carriers who failed to file their annual reports for 2021. I recommend the issuance of an order establishing said show cause hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Lastly, I have docket 33243. This is motor carrier application of Al Transit LLC of Center Point, Alabama for a certificate to transport passengers. A hearing was held, and testimony was taken in this matter, and a report and recommended order was entered in this cause on August 15th, 2022, which recommended that the application be denied. No exceptions to the report and recommended order were filed within 20 days from the date of service. I recommend an entry of an order recognizing that that report and recommended order entered in the cause became the order of the Commission by operation of law due to the fact that no exceptions to the report and recommended order were filed within the 20-day time limit.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have today.
Morning, Commissioners. I have 7 items this morning. And with your permission, I'm going to take the first two, which are both motor carrier items together, and the rest individually. Under docket C 20320, the petition of J Nix Trucking LLC of Thorsby, Alabama, for reinstatement of motor carrier certificate F4800, which was revoked due to the petitioner's failure to maintain proper proof of liability insurance coverage. Recommend a grant of the petition and reinstatement of that certificate. And under docket C 20100, the petition of Hawk Transportation LLC of Parsippany, New Jersey, to change its company name to Standard Logistics Transportation LLC and to reinstate motor carrier certificate F5051, which was revoked due to the petitioner's failure to maintain proper proof of liability and cargo insurance coverage. Recommend a grant of the petition and reinstatement of that certificate in the new company name.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
Next item is under docket 33231, APSC versus delinquent companies. And that should say that failed to timely pay the inspection supervision fees. The commission has received the inspection supervision fee and late fee from Cathate Communications, Inc. I recommend reinstatement of Cathate Communications, Inc. certificate.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden? Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
Now on to page 3 of our agenda. The next two items involve the commission's jurisdiction over water service providers, but I will take them separately. Under docket 33192, the commission conducted a generic proceeding to determine whether certain unregulated water providers met the statutory definition of utility, which would subject them to commission regulation. Following a comment period on June 27th, 2022, the commission issued an order clarifying the criteria for utility status and finding that several water providers that participated in that proceeding are not public utilities. That order also required that each of the identified water providers which failed to submit sufficient documentation during that proceeding either file for a certificate of convenience and necessity as a public utility or submit evidence that it is not a public utility. As a result of that order, 2 additional water providers submitted documentation. I recommend the issuance of an order finding that based on provided documents, Freemanville Water System, Inc. and Mexi Water System, Inc. are not public utilities and therefore not subject to commission regulation.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
Under docket 30494, Central Waterworks, Inc. requests a finding that it is not subject to regulation by the commission. In support of this request, Central Water provided documentation to show that it is a nonprofit corporation that provides water service only to its own members and not to the general public. It also submitted its corporate governance documents as evidence that its members elect and may also remove its board members. I recommend the issuance of an order finding that based on those provided documents, Central Waterworks, Inc. is not a public utility and therefore not subject to commission regulation.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
My next two items are telecom certificate applications, and I'll take them separately as well. Under docket 33261, the application of Excelicom GA LLC of Louisville, Kentucky for a certificate to provide telecommunications service in the state of Alabama. Hearing was held on August 9th, 2022, in which commission staff participated. I recommend a grant of that certificate application.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
And my last item is under docket 33260, application of EarthGrid PBC Corporation of Richmond, California for a certificate to provide telecommunications service in the state of Alabama. The hearing was held on August 9th, 2022, in which commission staff participated. I recommend a grant of that certificate application.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Commissioner Oden?
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker?
Yes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. I just have one item on the agenda. It's under docket 33276. On November 25th, 2021, President Biden signed into law the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, Specifically, the IIJA amends PURPA Section 111D, directing states to consider the promotion of cost recovery of demand response and demand flexibility practices, and the promotion of greater electrification of the transportation sector. Staff recommends an entry of an order instituting a generic proceeding so that comments can be sought and considered by the Commission on whether it should adopt the standards set forth in Sections 40104 and 40431 of the IIJA. Staff also recommends a 60-day comment cycle with comments due by or around November 12th of 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Judge?
Thank you, Madam President. The only remaining items I have for presentation this morning are those reflected on the administrative agenda. I recommend approval of those items.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Commissioner Oden.
Yes.
Commissioner Beaker.
Yes.
And that's all I have, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any other business to bring before the commission? With there being no more new business, in closing, let me remind you that our next regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the Alabama Public Service Commission will be on October the 4th of 2022. Just a quick reminder, like I said, turn your phones back on so you don't miss an important phone call. And with there being no more business before the commission, we stand adjourned. Thank you.